Okay, welcome back. Before we took a break, we talked about internal and external changes, which internal changes in us as individuals, our health, our career, things of that nature. External changes, car repair, a death in the family, having a new boss, moving to a new location. You don't have control over that. Okay, so now let's talk about coping with change and why we must deal with change in healthy ways. Okay, all right. Why we must deal with change in healthy ways. Change happens all the time. We have no control of it. Changes aren't always fun, exciting, and refreshing. Often change can feel overwhelming, tiring, and upsetting. Change is often stressful. When we go through major change, we think we're dealing with something no one else can understand or has gone through. We feel like, oh me, why me? I'm the only one there. No, you are not alone. At work, organizations are continuously shifting, growing, downsizing, merging, and acquiring people and resources. Developments in technology mean we need to learn new ways of communicating and working. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. Let me share a recent situation regarding change. Many of you know about the outbreak, the crisis, pandemic, epidemic we're dealing with globally, worldwide with this COVID-19. A lot of jobs had to shut down, downsize, move people, and it was so much going on because of this outbreak that we had no idea. Last year, you couldn't tell no one that this was going to happen. We were going to all have to change and adjust and make changes. Here at Operation New Hope, we also encountered this here change from our president, from our governor, from our mayors, from our leaders, that there are things that we need to do different now. And we're doing that. We have to adapt. We have to adjust. But we continue to provide the best service we can for you all, because that is the reason for being here, for Ready for Work, for Operation New Hope, for Second Chance. So we want to continue, despite of what we are going through and despite of our shortcomings out here in the community with policy and procedures that we have no control over. We talked about that earlier in the video, but we have learned how to adjust, how to adapt, how to improvise. And I think we're doing a great job here at Operation New Hope. So thank you for coming here, and we're going to continue the process, okay? All right, let's move on. Coping with change. Why we must deal with change in healthy ways. Okay, I'm sorry, we talked about that one. The next one, I'm sorry. All right, how do you see yourself? What's your perception of yourself? Self-concept. How's your self-esteem? Who's the person you like to be? Self-idea. What's your confidence level at the moment? How dedicated are you to change? What character traits do you possess? Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Okay, coping with change. Change requires skills and positive character traits. Here are some of them. Discipline. How many of you are disciplined? Patient, dedication, honesty, perseverance, humility, confidence, being self-aware, being reliable, having a positive attitude, empathy, faith, being a team player, effective listening skills, communication skills, being cooperative, trust, being sincere. Those are a lot of traits that we just discussed here, many traits that we all have. Change is coming. Okay, we're gonna watch a quick video right now, so give me a moment here. We'll watch this video.
Who Moved My Cheese is about dealing with change in your work and in your life. Cheese being a metaphor for what you want in life. Everyone has their own idea what cheese means to them, and we go after it because it makes us happy. The maze in the story represents where you look for your cheese or happiness. Your cheese is always changing, and you should not get comfortable in relying on your cheese to always be how or where you left it. In doing so will help you deal with change and bring you greater success, no matter how you define success for yourself. The 4 characters in the story represent parts of us, and it's up to you to identify which parts you are now and which you would rather be from now on. There's 2 mice who don't overthink everything and just get on with life. Sniff constantly sniffs out the change and is ready for it. Scurry goes into action immediately without needing to know all the information. Then there's 2 little people, really smart people who've done well for themselves so far. Hem, he likes to stay in a safe, familiar territory, and Haw, who's slow to adapt to change but is open-minded. Sniff and Scurry go out and seek new cheese every day. Hem and Haw comfortably rely on their past knowledge and experience and assure themselves the cheese will be right where they left it. Hem and Haw even moved their house closer to the cheese and built a social life around it. They became so comfortable they didn't even notice what was happening. Sniff and Scurry noticed the cheese was diminishing and that one day it wasn't there. They were not surprised. They were prepared and knew what to do. The situation had changed, so they decided to change. They sniffed and scurried in search of new cheese. Hem and Haw had not been paying attention to the changes. They took it for granted and were unprepared. How could this have happened, they thought? Nobody warned them. They wanted to believe somebody moved their cheese and didn't want to believe that they had failed to notice it getting smaller and smaller every day. Hem's complicated brain and deep belief system demanded to know why this had been done to him. While Hem and Haw were busy worrying about what happened to them, Sniff and Scurry were already out finding new cheese in uncharted territory, and it didn't take long before they found new cheese and started enjoying life again. Hem and Haw remained bitter and angry about not having their old cheese, complaining how life was unfair to them. They got used to being comfortable and were now afraid to go find new cheese. They got stuck in a habit of doing the same things over and over again and wondering why things didn't get better. And eventually, Paul realized the cheese was never coming back and may have to face his fears and go find new cheese. He finally stopped blaming others and took responsibility for himself. After all, it is safer to search in the maze than remain in a cheeseless situation. As Paul enjoyed his newfound cheese, he reflected on past mistakes and realized nothing got better until he changed. He didn't like it at the time, but the change was a blessing in disguise. Hem was too stubborn, or proud, or just simply unwilling to change. Nobody knows what became of him. Move with the cheese.
Okay, let's talk about Hem and Haw. Let's talk about Hem and Haw and Sniff and Scurry. Let's talk about that for a moment. Okay? Hem and Haw got complacent. That's what happened. They got complacent and was fine with the cheese just being there, not knowing what's going on at the same time. Sniff and Scurry just doing just that. Sniff and scurrying things around. And before you know it, the cheese was gone. So you have to get out of your comfort zone and make a change for the better. And that is something that Hem and Haw was struggling with. So be mindful of that, okay? All right, moving on. How to take care of ourselves during change. Eat healthy. Get plenty of sleep. Take time for yourself. Need some me time. You need some me time. Let me tell you sometime I take time for myself, and let me tell you this. I need some me time. I love Home Depot. I love Home Depot, and I just go in Home Depot, pull my pockets out. I'm not going in there to purchase anything. I'm going there to watch videos and just look at the product they have. They have some good things. I go in the nursery. I go in different departments and just watch and walk around. So it's good to just take some time for you, and it costs nothing because they know right there, that's a statement right there. I'm not here to purchase nothing. I'm just looking. So you don't have to have a lot of money to take time for yourself to just, for a change, Use your support system. Many of you are involved in AANA. You know, that's a support system. Take advantage of it. Continue using your support system. Be non-judgmental. Set personal boundaries if needed. Acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishment. Do some me time to celebrate you. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Celebrate it. Okay? I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. If you cannot go north, go south, but you got to find a way to get to your destination and then make some detours somewhere. Okay. What is the difference between internal and external change? We talked about that. Self-concept, self-esteem, and self-ideal are important when dealing with change. True or false? That is absolutely true. I'm glad you said that. It is. And what is the difference between internal and external change? We talked about us as an individual, or we're on a job and you have a job who may be relocating or ask you to relocate. You have no control of that. That is external. You must be the change in wish to see, in which change you wish to see in the world. Okay, it is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Most responsive to change. Character traits and skills needed to deal with change in healthy ways include A, self-awareness, B, dedication, C, confidence, D, all of the above. If you said D as in David, all of the above, you are absolutely correct. Okay, let's summarize here. Define what is meant by the phrase coping with change is adjusting, adapting, improvising. Define internal and external change. You're talking about your personal health. External change, you're talking about your job. Discuss why it's important to cope with change in healthy ways. It relieves you from being stressed out about things that you have no control over. Exercise, have fun. Discuss how self-concept, self-esteem, and self-ideal are involved in coping with change. It's about awareness. You knowing yourself, you knowing the circumstance, you knowing the situation. Discuss what character traits and skills are needed to cope with change. One of them is honest, one of them is honest, and one of them is trustworthy. You know, and there are many more that were not named on the slide there. So remember that you may have your own character trait. If that's for you, that's great. I'm glad you all enjoyed this activity. I hope you learned something from it here at Operation New Hope, ready for work, where second chance matter, and we know that you all deserve a second chance. That's why I'm here. That's why many of us are here. The reason we're here, because we want to help you be successful. We don't want to help you develop and grow. So discussing this here, coping with change is very imperative that you understand this, because this is a new animal coming from prison back out into the community. There has been so many changes here in Jacksonville and surrounding areas, and we want to make sure we provide you with the tools, the skills to be able to process and engage when you encounter any difficult or challenging situation. Thank you. Have a great day. And we here at Operation New Hope hope to see you again soon. Thank you.